Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. Today we're going to be doing a bow review on the new Rytera Seeker 365. Now this is one of the most unique bows to ever hit the market. It's got a lot of really cool features built into it, and we're going to show you those as well as show you how well this bow performs. So let's just jump right into it and get started here, because this is going to take some time to show you all the cool features that this bow has. This bow has the new Hybrid 3.0 cam, which I really like. It's a nice cam. We'll show you some shooting in a little bit and show you how well that performs. It's putting out pretty good speeds, and it's got a really nice draw cycle to it. It does have a rotating module on it, and that is going to be adjustable depending on your brace height. So we'll show you how to adjust your brace height here in a few minutes, but it's going to adjust anywhere from, when your brace height's down at 5.75 inches, it goes from 27 inches to 30 inches. And as you get your brace height up higher, your draw length module, your range is going to change. So we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. The bow's got a really nice design to it. It's got the Rotocup limb pockets on it. It's got a nice wide stance on the riser, so that's really nice. It really absorbs vibration well. It really makes the bow hold nice. Like I said, we've got a riser here. This is pretty much a bridged riser design. We've got a bridged riser here. We've got our handle and our standard riser up here, and this part of the riser is actually adjustable for brace height. All you got to do is loosen this bolt here, loosen this bolt here, and you can slide that out. And that's adjustable from 5.75 inches out to 7 3/4 inches. So you can actually adjust that out to the kind of brace height that you want the bow to have. So if you want to go for speed, you can adjust it in and really get some good speeds out of this bow. And if you want to adjust it out and do some competition shooting, you can adjust this out and make this a really nice high brace height, so you can take this out 3D shooting indoor or things like that. So it's got a really good range as far as the brace height and what you can do with this bow. You know, you can do a little bit of everything with this bow because of that adjustable brace height. Now, like we said on the modules, when you adjust the brace height out, naturally you adjust the brace height out further from the bow, your draw length is going to change. So the brace height goes from 5.75 inches, it goes from 27 to 30 inches on this module. And this is the only module they make for it, so this is the range that you're going to get. 6.75 inch brace height, you're going to get 28 to 31 inches. 7.75 inches, you're going to get 29 to 32. So every inch you bring this out, it's going to raise that range up by an inch. Your bottom side of the range and your top side of the range are both going to go up an inch with what you move this riser out. So as you adjust the brace height out, you got to consider that as well. I have a 27.5 inch draw length, so for me it's kind of limited to the 5.75 brace height. I can actually adjust it out. And you don't have to adjust it to those specific ones. You can adjust it to 6, 6 1/4, 6.5, and then you can fine tune your draw length from there. So I can move this thing out to a 6 inch brace height and still be able to shoot my draw length. These are also tapped and threaded, so if you want to put a stabilizer in here, you can. Or if you want to put some kind of vibration dampening product, limb saver, bow jack, something like that in here, you can do that as well. Or extend this out, you know, get a longer stabilizer. But I found that it balances really well the way it is. This bow, for me, does not need a stabilizer. It balances out really well, really well, just the way it is when it comes factory. So we've got the VEM vibration dampening and sound absorption here on the shelf. We've also got the vibration dampener built in down here. We've got 2 adjustable string stops in the back. So these are really nice string stops, really absorb vibration really well. And like I said, they're completely adjustable, so as more you change that, you can adjust them out completely. One of the nice features that I failed to mention on this adjustability for your riser, your main riser and the grip, is you can adjust this grip to the exact angle that you want it. So it's really nice as far as that goes. I like mine straight up and down, but if you want a little bit of an angle to it, you can move this top part, you can move that up, you know, and it'll put a little bit of an angle to lay that top down just a little bit and put that at the angle exactly that you want. This grip is a slimline grip, and it's really nice. I really like it as far as comfort goes. This thing fits, settles down into your hand really nice. It's got the Power Tough limbs on it. It is available, or it is a 33-inch axle-to-axle bow. It's got over 3 inches of grip and sight window adjustment on it, so that's really nice. You can really adjust that out really well. It's got the hammerhead strings on here that Martin offers, and they're really cool. I like the bright green and the gray that comes with it factory, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool look to it. And it's got a level built right into the bow up here, so we've got that as well. So the sight, when you mount the sight up on this bow, you can mount your sight right here to your adjustable handle, and it's got a slot here in the back side. It's going to come with a nut, and you're just going to run your bolt through there, put the nut on the back side to catch it. And the nice thing is it's slotted back here, so when you adjust your grip up and down, you can adjust your sight to level out your sight. So that's a really nice feature of it. It also has, you can mount your quiver to that if you would like. You can mount your quiver here. It also has 2 holes that are drilled and tapped here to mount your quiver there. And it also has the spots to put a 2-piece quiver on this bow as well. So let's get out here. We're going to do some shooting with this bow, and we'll do some IBO speed tests on it and see what it'll get when we get this thing set up for IBO. Okay, so now shooting this bow is pretty nice. I will say that the Rytera has a pretty good draw cycle on it to it, and I really like the cam. Now I'm shooting this with my setup. It's shooting at about 65 pounds. I'm shooting at a 5 3/4 inch gray sight, and actually maybe a little lower than that, maybe because I got it all the way in. 27.5 inch draw, and I'm just shooting my Victory VAP arrows. Now it's going to have a little drag sound to it because I'm shooting this bow doodle, this old bow doodle rest on here. But like I said, I really like the grip overall, and really fits me nice. Complete adjustability for high-low grip, and you've got this up here. Your sight will rotate, so if you move that, because of this slot, you can loosen it up and you can adjust your sight to level that thing out. So really nice features as far as that goes. And just shooting the bow, got a really nice draw cycle to it. It comes out of the valley pretty hard, or pretty quick. It settles in, holds nice, and holds just extremely balanced. I mean, the bow just feels great whenever you got it at full draw. And shoots, got just a little bit of sound, just a little bit of vibration to it. And then I noticed one thing I had to do with the bow was I had to really make sure that these bolts here were tight, and that before I tighten these up, I adjusted this and tightened those 2 there down as well. So you got to make sure that's tight after you adjust the brace side. But like I said, the bow holds nice. The valley is really good. I mean, it's kind of a gradual valley. It doesn't just drop off sharp and come back. It really eases into it nice and really comes out of it pretty good. It's a little bit quick there at the end, but it's not too bad overall. The bow, as far as vibration goes, doesn't have hardly any vibration in it when you shoot it. And creeping with this bow, you've got a good 1/4 inch of creep with that bow, so you can creep a little bit. And even when it goes, it doesn't want to completely rip out of your hand. It's a good manageable feel. You can definitely control it. And like I said, just shoots absolutely great. I mean, just has a really good feel to it when you shoot this bow. So I'm really impressed with that overall. So really nice, really just shoots fantastic. Let's shoot one more arrow out of it, and then I'm going to change this thing up. I'm going to get it back down to 70 pounds, set it at a 30 inch draw, and 350 grain arrow, and we'll do a little bit of IBO speed testing on this thing. Pretty consistent too, I will say that. Even though it's got the small brace height, I'm shooting them, all my arrows, I'm shooting at about 20 yards right now, and all my arrows are in a nice little group. So the brace height on it is pretty small, but it still puts a pretty good group together for me. Okay, so I was getting ready to do a IBO speed test on this bow, and adjusted everything out, was getting ready to shoot it, and I noticed my arrow was not level. So I looked at it and made sure I'd changed everything right and everything was correct, and couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I finally looked at my loop, and you can see right here below the loop that the actual serving material has come loose, and my serving has actually slid up. So the serving on the string was loose, or when they tied this knot, they pulled it so tight that it actually separated it, and caused it to ride up. It did that while I was shooting, I guess, because I can't. Yeah, there you go. Now I can slide it down, so you can see I've got a gap in the string there. I can slide it back up, and got a gap in the string. Closes that gap up. So the serving on these hammerhead strings leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm kind of disappointed in that, because it's slid quite a bit. I mean, you can tell. Let me put an arrow in here. So that's how much it's slid up. So you're really going to want to watch the serving on these hammerhead strings. .332, .331. Okay, so that's the Rytera Seeker 365. Overall performance on this bow is really good. The cam systems are nice, smooth, got a good draw cycle to it, nice valley. Very little vibration in this bow, and it's pretty quiet. Features you're not going to find a bow on the market today that's got more features in it and more innovation in it than this Seeker 365. Lots and lots of adjustability. You can do just about whatever you want to with this bow. It is limited on your draw length. As far as the further out you get the brace height, I did notice a few blemishes in the finish. One was up on a limb, and then there was other ones with just a couple spots here and there. So there are a few blemishes in this finish. And overall, the string. Now this is the 4th Martin Rytera bow that I've tested this year with hammerhead strings on it. It's the first time I've had that problem. What I ended up doing was just cutting the loop off so I could get my IBO speed test done, and I ended up knocking underneath it and using a different release to fire those last few arrows through the chronograph. Now another thing that I will say is the machining on this bow, as far as on the riser, is really good. There's no machining marks on it, but on the cams there's some machining marks and some grinding marks left behind. So there's a little bit of tooling marks left on those. So overall performance on this bow was excellent. I can't dig it at all on performance. It was comfortable to shoot and performed great. I mean, performed really nice. And speeds, it hit that 331, 332, which is on the low side of the IBO speed test. It's rated for up to 340, but it did hit the bottom side of that at least, so that's pretty nice. The strings were a big disappointment. I have to say that was a big disappointment. But the nice thing about it is Rytera and Martin have some of the best customer service out there. So it's a pain in the butt. But if you have to have them adjusted and have to have this string replaced, Martin's going to stand behind it. So that's one nice feature. Is even though I did have a problem with it, I'm probably not going to have a problem getting the string replaced. And for me, I'll probably just pull that off there and reserve it myself. So really minor inconvenience, and something that I was really disappointed to see. That's a definite mark against the strings. But as far as the bow goes, like I said, performed really well. A few little digs here and there on it as far as finish and some tooling marks go, but overall really nice and loaded with features, and just a cool look to this bow too. It's got a really cool, got the alien symbols up here in the front, so really cool looking bow overall, and definitely unique looking. So you can find more information on this at Rytera's website. We'll put that right here at the bottom of the page for you, and be sure to check this out and the other bows that Rytera has available. And like always, for more videos, product reviews, how-to videos, be sure to visit our website. That's IkesOutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.
I like good times, good wine, good smoke, and a 5-piece bed. And I can't